I think she's terrible. I think she should be impeached. I think she's terrible. Is she originally from Somalia?
In case you didn't know, in case you've been living under a rock for the past 10 years and you're not aware of the fact, Donald Trump is a white supremacist. He's a vile, putrid racist. He's a bigot. He's a hater. He's a fascist. And this clip should give you all the evidence of that you need. Yesterday on Air Force One, on the way back from Great Britain, Brian Glenn, the boyfriend of Marjorie Taylor Greene, asked a question about the censure of Ilhan Omar. And one, it's interesting, he purports to be, he claims to be, he cosplays as a member of the press, Brian Glenn, the boyfriend of Marjorie Taylor Greene. And he got it all wrong because Ilhan Omar was not censured yesterday. The vote failed. In fact, here is a little write-up from the Washington Post about it. Here's the headline. Effort to censure Representative Ilhan Omar over Charlie Kirk comments fails. The effort was part of a GOP campaign to punish individuals Republicans accuse of posthumously smearing Charlie Kirk. A resolution to censure Ilhan Omar of Minnesota over comments and a social media post she made regarding conservative leader Charlie Kirk's death failed Wednesday. The resolution was introduced under special rules by Representative Nancy fucking Mace, of course, on Monday, fast-tracking it to the floor. House Minority Whip Catherine Clark, Democrat of Massachusetts, introduced a motion to table, essentially to dismiss the resolution Wednesday. And the motion to table succeeded by a vote of 214 to 213, with 4 Republicans, Mike Flood of Nebraska, Jeff Hurd of Colorado, Tom McClintock of California, and Corey Mills of Florida, voting with Democrats. So it failed. So you go into this knowing that what Brian Glenn is telling the President of the United States is factually incorrect. It's wrong. It's a lie, the thing he's telling Donald Trump. An easily provable lie based on the congressional record. But here's this exchange, and I left the first part of it on where Donald Trump is rambling about birds being fried when they land on certain surfaces. He's just an addled, demented old grandpa who just likes to spin a yarn and tell his tales. It's remarkable. And then I want you to listen to Brian Glenn, the man who demanded that Volodymyr Zelensky wear a suit in the Oval Office out of respect. He's treating the president like a drinking buddy here. He says to him, I was going to ask you last week in the Oval Office, blah, 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 blah. I was going to ask you. Oh, yeah. Hey, bro, I was going to ask you, man. This is how the relationship between Brian Glenn, the boyfriend of Marjorie Taylor Greene, this is the relationship between he and the president. This isn't a standard journalist-president relationship. This was a teed up question for Donald Trump to answer. And you'll never guess how well, you will guess. It's racism, it's bigotry, it's hatred, it's just absolute anti-blackness on full display by Donald Trump here, calling into question the loyalty to the country, calling into to question the civility, the civilized nation. I mean, the only thing we're lucky is that he didn't call the people of Somalia savages or some shit like that. It was on the tip of his tongue, you can tell. Watch this exchange from, once again, the boyfriend of Marjorie Taylor Greene and our unfortunate President of the United States of America.
You ever see what happens to a bird when the birds land? They get fried because it's hot. So you don't need a saucer. You don't need a stove. No, a bird lands on it, it's over. And then they say it's great for the environment. You know, the lunatics. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, last week in the Oval Office, I asked you about if Ilhan Omar should be censored. Congress censored her. I just want to get your reaction to that.
They did censor her. Good. When did this happen?
Yesterday.
Yeah, good. Yeah. I think she's terrible. I think she should be impeached. I think she's terrible. Is she she originally from Somalia?
Yes, sir.
So how are they doing it? How's their government? Do they have a president? Do they have a council? Do they have anything? Do they have police? I love these people that come from a place with nothing, no anything, and then they tell us how to run our country. No, I think if she got censured, that's great. If she got impeached, that's even better. They impeached me twice for nothing, and they impeached me knowing the Republicans are on my side, so they knew it was just. But they impeached me twice. She should be impeached, and it should happen fast. What she says is out of line.
Where to begin? First of all, a member of Congress cannot be impeached. You fucking moron. You abject dumb shit. You're the president of the United States of America, and you don't have a single solitary motherfucking clue how anything works. And you're teeing up morons like Brian Glenn to ask you questions so you can rant and rave about the blackness, about the foreign nature of Ilhan Omar, the United States citizen, Ilhan Omar, a more patriotic woman in her pinky than Donald Trump possesses in the entirety of the blubber that surrounds his skeletal structure. A gross response from a white supremacist president. I think she's terrible. I think she should be impeached. That's not a thing. I think she's terrible. Is she originally from Somalia? What in the fiddle and does that have to do with anything Donald Trump? So how are they doing this? How's your government? She's a citizen of the United States, Donald Trump, and a member of the government of the United States. This is her government. Do they have a president? Do they have a council? Do they have anything? Do they have police? Are you talking about the government of the United States, the government of which she's a part? Or are you being a racist troll and making fun of the country in which she was born, Somalia? They come from a place with nothing, no anything, and they tell us how to run our country. They is doing a lot of racist heavy lifting right there. Do you mean black people? Do you mean Africans? Do you mean Somalis? Do you mean Ilhan Omar and her family? What do you mean? Why don't you just say it? You're a brave, bold man who's unencumbered by political correctness. Why don't you just say the thing that you want to say? That she's not a real American because she's black, because she is an immigrant, because she occupies space in groups that you hate, that you're attacking and maligning. Donald Trump, just be the bold, brave patriot you claim to be and say the fucking thing. Teed up by Bag Eyes Brian Glenn. Just, they impeached me twice for nothing. It's, again, the worst timeline in the history of all timelines. What do you think? I will invite you to this conversation, but please, before you do, follow this channel on Facebook, like this channel on Facebook. It is Dollemore Daily, and you can also subscribe, which is free. Click the subscribe button below. Help me get to 1.5 million. Help me secure my position of being a little bit less easy to mess with Donald Trump, pressuring YouTube and whoever else to silence voices on the left who speak the truth, who aren't even, I'm not going to be a sweetsy sweet about Donald Trump. I'm not going to give Donald Trump the benefit of the doubt or treat him with respect. He's trying to destroy our country and drag with it into that destruction the Constitution of the United States. Anyway, what do you think? You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. More of us should be supporting Ilhan Omar in this moment. It is distasteful that so many Democrats treat her as though she's some kind of a second-class citizen in the Congress. Again, she is a patriot, the likes of which conservatives wish they could be. I will see you next time. I love and appreciate you very much. Have a great weekend. Be genuine and take care of one another.